Hey guys, in today's video we're going to talk about rewriting your story, how easy it can be and how absolutely effective it can be when you're in the midst of the things and you can turn around and say, but this is good. Hi everybody. All right, I'm just going to be real honest with you. Today was a little bit of a tough day in my life. I was very crabby with my kids and I was feeling super off, and I had time earlier. I was going to do this, and because I just feel like this is late. I don't know, like it's late for me because I'm a little baby and I like to go to bed with Evelyn at like 9 o'clock. So yeah, I'm just feeling a little bit off today. And I'm doing this on my computer, which is not normal. I don't normally do that, so I can't see. Oh, hi, Holly. I can see, actually. And I have my light behind my computer, which is like blinding me right now. Okay, we're just going to do it. I want to talk about rewriting your story. So it's obviously perfect for what my day is because okay, where do I even need to start with this? I just actually feel like I have so many things I need to say all of a sudden. In your life, you get what you put out is what you get back. So me telling the story of how I had a hard day and how I was not patient with the kids the way that I normally am and how I just like wasn't feeling good. It's easy for me to go down that rabbit hole and talk about how, I never get the things done that I want to get done, and I'm always crabby with the kids, and I can, go down that rabbit hole. However, with the work that I've done and the way that I have learned to process the things that I'm dealing with, I know that that's not true. Like, I actually I'm a really good mom, and I'm really good at handling things when my emotions get the best of me. And I know these things about myself. But I am human, right? And it's easy for me to get stuck in the old story of how I used to be or how I am. But that doesn't have to be the truth. The only thing that is the truth is what feels good to you. And it doesn't feel good to me to think that that's the kind of person that I am. And like putting the label on it and justifying the way that I was feeling or the things that I was doing or whatever, that doesn't feel good to me. What does feel good to me is in the moment when I'm realizing I am telling this old story. I am acting in a way that I don't want to act, like what we talked about yesterday. Actually just like stepping up and being the person that you want to be, like in the moment, realizing, this isn't like the high value kind of person that I want to be. This is the old me, or whatever the story is that you have going on in your head. But that's what I do. Like when I'm in the moment and I can feel that something is off, or I can feel that I'm about to lose my patience, or whatever the case may be, like I am at a place now where I can recognize that, and I literally like remove myself from the situation. So today I was just going, I was like, you never clean up after yourself, and I'm always having to do all of these things for everybody. And I just went back to like the mommy martyr, right? I'm like, I can't get any work done if I'm always having to clean, and you guys are old enough to clean up after yourselves. If you're old enough to cook, then you're old enough to clean up after yourself. And you know what I mean? Just like, just, it's so easy to go down that road. And that's not the person that I want to be. That's not the mom that I want to be, whatever. So literally, like in the midst of all this, like I'm borderline tears because it's like word vomit. Like I'm yelling, and in my head, I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, stop. This is not what you want to be saying. This is not the example that you want to set for the kids. And I literally like went and sat on my bathroom floor, and I just sat there for probably like 20 minutes. Like I wasn't crying. I wasn't like, I've had those moments where I literally am like, get off the bathroom floor. Like, you're going to be fine. But I'm sitting on the bathroom floor and I'm just like listening to everything that's going on outside in my bedroom and in the kitchen. And it was just like, that's not the me that I want to be. This is not how I want to show up as a mom, or all of the different things that I do during the day. That's not the person that I want to be. So I just like, it was like 2:00 in the afternoon. I just like grabbed a towel and I just took a shower. Like, I just needed to clear my head, and that's what I needed to do for me. Like, that's that like quiet time, that peaceful as it can be. Like, I just shut the bathroom door, I locked the bathroom door, I just took a shower, and I just like breathed. And then I was able to figure out what it was that I was telling myself. Like, why was I getting so frustrated? And why did I lose my patience with them? And why am I being this person? Well, I'm telling an old story. Like, I'm saying that when things are hard, or when I've got a lot of things going on, that I'm easily overwhelmed. And these are the things that I'm telling myself, right? And that's like the inner dialogue. But like the outer dialogue was, you guys are old enough to do this. I shouldn't have to clean up after you. And that is not stuff that is necessary to come out of my mouth. Hey guys, that's not stuff that I want to say to my kids. That's stuff that was said to me when I was a kid. So now I get frustrated, and that just comes like flooding out of my mouth. And I know when that's happening, and I can remove myself from the situation. And maybe it's not for 20 minutes, and it's not like a shower in the middle of the day, but even if it's literally like just not responding to a snarky comment from a 10-year-old, and it's literally just take a deep breath and just like knowing, if I react, I'm going to say something that I don't want to say. And if I react, I'm teaching her that being reactive is the way that you handle a situation. And just becoming mindful and becoming aware of what's happening in the moment. And then after, when you have time to process, if you can sneak away to the bathroom for 20 minutes, or if you can lay in bed for 5 minutes, if you can like just shut everything off and do a meditation, if you can literally just like close off the things that are triggering you or like setting you off in the moment, and just ask yourself, like, what is the story that I'm telling? Why am I acting this way? Why am I feeling this way? Why am I, whatever the case may be? And this is obviously something that happened in my life today, but it can be anything, like in your life, in your business, in your parenting, in your relationship, whatever the case may be, is literally just like removing yourself from the reality of it and asking yourself, like, what is going on here? Like, why is this happening? What am I telling myself? Is this true for me? Well, obviously, like, none of the things I was saying are true for me. Are they true? Yes. Are my kids old enough to clean up after themselves? Of course they are. However, there's a much kinder way of going about making that point. I didn't need to like yell and fly off the handle, if that makes sense. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. It's just rewriting your story. And I don't necessarily mean like getting out your notebook and writing a story, but if that's what it means for you, then that's fine too. And honestly, that's where I started when I started learning how to kind of process all of this stuff, because I didn't want to talk to anybody. I sure as hell wouldn't have been on a live stream like telling people that I was yelling at my kids today. I didn't want to have to deal with things that way. So I would just write in my journal, like, these are the things that happened, and this is how I felt about it, and this isn't how I want to feel. I want to feel this way, and I want to handle it differently next time, and so I'm going to do this instead. And just literally having a conversation with myself about how I want to handle a situation the next time that it comes up, because we're all human. Like, I think a lot of people have this like false this is mean to say, but like this false sense of hope. Like, if you read some personal development books and maybe you work with a life coach for a little while, that now you just know how to do the things, so you don't really have to like think about it anymore. But it's no different than anything else. Like, it's a practice. And so like there's never going to be a time in your life where everything is perfect all the time, and you never have any struggles, and you never have any doubts or fears or worries. You never have anything that upsets you. Everything is just easy, and we just are living these perfect magical unicorn lives. Like, that's not realistic. That's not reality. However, your life can feel easy and magical and unrealistic if you choose to tell yourself a new story. And when you see the things happening like today, I didn't like make myself feel bad. I didn't go down the road of like, woe is me, I feel so guilty, I'm a horrible mom, I can't believe I did this, like crying on the bathroom floor. It wasn't anything like that at all. It was like, what is happening? What is the story that I'm telling myself? What do I need to do differently next time? Because this is not okay. This is not the person that I want to be. And it literally was like rising up off the bathroom floor and just, nope, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm going to take a shower, I'm going to clear my head, and I'm going to go out there in the energy that I want to be in as a mom and as a role model. Like, they're watching me and they're learning from me. I don't want to be that person. I want to be this person. And here we go. And it was very much a conscious effort. I was aware of it and I processed it and I moved on with my day. And I think that's like the golden nugget of the whole entire thing is you don't have to feel bad. Like, there doesn't have to be a good and a bad, and there doesn't have to be these labels and like the guilt and the shame that's supposed to come with motherhood, like this badge of honor of, oh my God, I have all this mom guilt and I'm surely going to fuck up my kids. Like, it doesn't have to be that way. It can literally just be like, I love and accept myself, and I know that I'm doing my best, and I know also that shit's going to happen. And in that moment when the shit is hitting the fan, that I trust myself enough and I know my intentions well enough that I don't have to feel guilty about it, because I know that I can just step up and change it and apologize if necessary. And sometimes, honestly, I want to apologize and I can't, because like there do have to be, you know, boundaries and rules and whatever. And I would like to apologize every single time, but like honestly, sometimes scaring the shit out of your kids is actually like really it's very helpful. So, but I know that about myself. Like, I know where that line is, where this is like me being frustrated and I'm like yelling because I'm irritated, and me flying off the handle and reacting and saying things that I can't take back. I know where that line is. I've crossed the line before. I don't ever intend to cross the line ever again. But learning to process when I'm feeling a certain kind of way, processing it and moving on through it. So literally just like, what is happening? What is the story that I'm telling myself? What is the story that I want to be telling myself? Like, what is the situation? What could the situation be? How do I want it to be? How do I want to feel? How do I want them to feel? And how can I show up as that person? And then literally just taking the time that you need to process that. And this is like in the midst of my day sort of thing. But sometimes it's bigger things, right? Sometimes it's your business, and like, how do you want to show up in your business? How do you want to be perceived? Not in what will they think of me, but how do you want to show up? And then when you lay down at night, you're like proud of yourself and the way that you handled things and the way that you handled yourself. That's what I'm talking about. Not what are they going to think of me? I better show up and like act a certain kind of way, like an actor or an actress. That's not what I mean at all. I mean, who do you want to be? And then how can you show up and actually just be her in the moment, and give yourself grace when you can't, because there's going to be moments like that. And that is all. That is all. Yep. Covered it. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow.